The diverse Bright Young Thinkers, or BYT movement within FirstRand Namibia, consisting of up-and-coming F&B, R&B, Ashburton and WesBank employees, all under the age of 35, recently named their top Namibian picks for excellence in 2021, awarding 25,000 to 6 outstanding individuals in the areas of sports, arts and culture, skills and capacity building, as well as community development, under the theme Fight the Good Fight. Fight the Good Fight shares and celebrates each individual's personal journey and achievements and explores their next steps towards promoting Namibia and all Namibians in becoming globally competitive across a number of fields. Join me, Walther, Group Communications Manager and a proud member of Bright Young Thinkers, as we introduce our 2021 Bright Future candidates through our series of talks, Fight the Good Fight. Our first series showcases Namibians fighting for excellence in 2021 in athletics, art, sports, cycling and education. Hi, and thanks for joining us for Fight the Good Fight, a series of talks sponsored by WesBank, a member of the FirstRand Namibia group. My name is Walther, and today I'm chatting to Marita Walther, who is the co-founder and managing director of EBikes4Africa. Welcome, Marita.
Thanks, Walther. It's so great to be here.
So start us off, Marita. Tell us, what is EBikes4Africa, what do you do, and why is it so great for our environment?
All right, so EBikes4Africa, we're a social enterprise. We're very much focused on the social aspect, but as our name says, we're also focused on e-bikes. So we launched our enterprise around 5.5 years ago with the idea to provide more sustainable mobility to Namibian commuters who we know suffer a lot with very expensive and tricky transport, if I can call it that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our aim.
So how do you get an e-bike? How do you go about cycling one? Or how does it work?
Okay, so various options. You can either just rent an e-bike from us. If you don't know how to cycle, we can train you how to do so. Okay. You can also hire our services for deliveries, or just if you want to take a weekend out, a fun excursion with your family, we also do that. If you already have a bike at home, we can convert it for you, so you don't have to buy the finished product. Okay. So yes, actually anything e-mobility related you can think of. We also do solar recharge stations that fit in with the e-bike. So yes, we try to cover
end-to-end service provider.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yes.
So you're also a feminist and an activist for women's rights, particularly in the mobility field in Namibia. Tell us about that. That's really exciting.
Yeah, so I try to work with as many women groups as I possibly can, since I know we have a lot of single mother households in Namibia, and many of them struggle to make ends meet. So we started a project with the GIZ and with physically active youth in 2015, where we trained women how to use bicycles to empower themselves. And we're currently in the process of trying to revive this project as well. So that's one of the aspects that we really try to focus on women. And also in my free time, I'm a board member of the Women's Leadership Center, and I'm also very much involved there in the activities that they run throughout the country.
And tell us about the work that you've done with the City of Windhoek for Women.
Yes, so with the City of Windhoek, we actually have a very exciting project called the Transformative Urban Mobility Initiative, which is quite a mouthful. But that's more focused actually on students and universities. Also with a strong women component, since we believe that women
run the household.
Run the household,
yes. Run the country.
Are the strong ones and behind everything else. So yes, they were really trying also to give them an opportunity to get to university and back, but not only that, also the educational aspect of more sustainable alternatives.
So talking about that, what do you think Namibia needs to do to be a little bit more globally competitive in the area of renewable or sustainable energy?
Yes, that's a really good question, since I think we're such a small country, we have the opportunity to change. The most difficult aspect is changing mindsets, since we're all used to sitting in our air-conditioned vehicles.
And driving everywhere.
Yes, exactly. But I think it would be great to see more initiative from corporates, especially in terms of, even if it's just small inner city movements and commuting and using e-bikes, for example, instead of taking the car from point A to point B, which is 1.5 kilometers from each other.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, so corporates would be fantastic if they can get on board to support the initiative. But another thing would be infrastructure. I think that's a really big challenge, is that we don't have supporting infrastructure. But I have to say positively, the City of Windhoek is working on that. And we're really positive that within the next year or so, we will see change in the city.
Like you said, we're a small country. It's possible to do that, especially with our vastness. From getting from point A to B, a bicycle is the most economical and best for the environment too.
Absolutely.
So tell us, what would you say to someone watching now that wants to do something for the environment but doesn't know where to start? What inspires you?
Well, what inspires me is the fact that we can change. So I know that I'm trying to fight a good cause that I know might actually see a difference at the end of the day. And anyone that wants to start somewhere, I mean, like they say, just start. But I would invite them to come knock on our doors. We're really open. We also try to be open source. We try to teach people. We have a little bit of a training component. And if someone doesn't know where to start, but they really want to change, we're willing to sort of guide them and mentor them in becoming the change they want to see in their societies.
And where can they find you?
Well, we're based in Katatura, in the Bokomoso Entrepreneurial Center.
Yes.
And we're open from 8 to 5, Mondays to Fridays. They can really just come knock on our
and
workshop
also your
door.
social pages.
Of course, our social pages at EBikes4Africa.
Yes, great.
Yes.
So finally, Marita, with the 25,000 cash reward that you're getting from WesBank, what are your plans for 2021?
Well, I'm super excited because when I go to work in the mornings, I see usually men, unfortunately not yet women, but men that cycle from construction site to construction site to sell food to the workers there, or even these guys that push their ice cream trolleys up the hills and are really struggling and sweating. And I've always thought, cycling past them, these guys need some kind of a boost. And now WesBank has made it possible for me to boost their business. So I really have the idea to empower one of them with an electric vehicle, preferably a woman, but let's see if we can get that going.
So converting one of the existing bikes into an e-bike.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marita, and thank you for your work that you're doing in the community also. Thank
you.
you for watching. Make sure you tune into our other episodes where we're talking to some inspirational young Namibians and what they're doing in our community.